Hi there, I'm Mistal Godlewski, an American girl who called the cornfields of Illinois home until over 10 years ago when I started navigating the chaos of life overseas. If you've ever felt that itch for something more, that whisper telling you to break free from the ordinary, you're in the right place. This podcast is your backstage pass to the wild ride of moving abroad. I'm here to pull back the curtain on the real journey, sharing stories that are funny, dramatic, and sometimes downright unbelievable. We'll explore the gritty details, from battling culture shock and navigating tricky visa processes to celebrating those small victories that make it all worth it. So whether you're daydreaming about a new life abroad or already in the thick of it, grab your passport and let's explore what it really means to live life beyond borders. Welcome to A Broadly Speaking. Hey there, friend. Welcome to A Broadly Speaking. This is not a normal sequence episode, but oh my God, I had to jump on because this is something that's really bothering the fuck out of me. And if I don't talk about it, I'm probably going to explode. So you get this one and it'll be off of sequence, but you'll just get an unscripted, unedited, uneverything episode. And yeah, congratulations. Welcome to me having a brain and going, oh my God, I can't believe this is actually happening. Yesterday or last night or some point, I don't know, whenever you listen to this episode, the current president of the United States issued, I don't know, a declaration, some bullshit as usual, that he liked to call the Patriot Games. One high school boy and one high school girl are going to compete against each other from each state in an athletic competition, a national stage, pageantry, patriotism, applause. And if your stomach dropped a little like mine did when I saw this on the news, oh my God, your nervous system is working correctly. And holy fuck, this is messed up in so many ways. Because here's the thing I need to see very, very clearly. And I should say it calmly, but I don't have it in me to be calm right now. This is not a coincidence. This is not just sports. This is not me being dramatic because I'm a snowflake, because God knows that's not me. It is not a fucking metaphor anymore. For years now, people like me have been saying the words like dystopian, Hunger Games, authoritarian vibes, and this doesn't feel right. Oh my God. And every time I hear and I get these messages on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on Threads, or I get it on Instagram, you're just being dramatic, Miss Jill. Don't you think that's a bit much? Oh my God, you're catastrophizing all this thing. Or my personal favorite, it's not that deep. Fuck you. It is that deep. But right now, we have a literal state selected teenagers competing in national spectacle branded as patriotism is announced by our president. Oh my God, let's slow this shit down and figure this out because this is not okay. The reason for me that this feel is so fucking unsettling isn't just the event itself, it's the pattern. I swear to God, he took the Hunger Games and decided that we were going to stop living in the United States of America and start living in the Hunger Games. Strongman politics don't start with tanks in the street. They start with symbols and spectacle. They start with reshaping what normal looks like. It's insane to me right now that there is anyone out there who thinks that this is fucking normal. We're talking about celebrating people who get chosen. They're going to then be put on a stage and accolades given as the representation of the nation. They're worthy of our national pride. Yeah, and then we leave a whole bunch of people out who do not. This is how culture shifts. It's shifting quietly, incrementally, and with applause from a bunch of fucking idiots who aren't seeing this as a problem. And I need to say this part carefully because I'm not just talking about intentions. I'm talking about impact right now. It doesn't matter if somebody thinks this is just motivation or just pride or just another competition. I mean, we already fucking do the Olympics, Miss Dell. It's just like the Olympics, only it's 2 students per state. No, it's not. No, it is absolutely not. What matters is that we're teaching people, whether they're children or adults or the fucking neighbor who doesn't understand anything about what's going on right now, that is everything about you is performative and public and tied to the national identity. And that if you're not perfect, you're not worthy. Some bodies are chosen to represent strength. Some kids get elevated in symbolism, and patriotism looks like competition, dominance, and visibility. And if you're thinking, okay, Miss Down, maybe you're, step back a little bit, take a deep breath, you'll be fine. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you saw a national initiative celebrating care work or mutual aid or community resilience or immigrants or vulnerable people or protecting people who matter? Or why the fuck not call out, when did we last talk about celebrating putting our guns down and not having gun violence? When did we last celebrate anything to do with children getting healthy, vaccinations? No, all of that now, all of that has been put into do not do categories. We had a shooting last week in Australia, which, oh my God, was one of the saddest things I've seen, because we all tend, after we get out of the US, honestly, many of us who are Americans are like, finally, I can fucking breathe because I don't have to worry about mass shootings. And then a mass shooting happens somewhere else. And you're like, oh my God, but do you know what happened? Do you know what happened immediately after that mass shooting? And thank God for the Prime Minister of Australia, because what did she do? She immediately, the day after it happened, submitted changes to their gun laws. We have been fucking having school shootings in my lifetime since 1999 with Columbine. That was the biggest one I can remember. And oh my God, we haven't changed a fucking thing except to make it easier to get guns, not harder. And now we're fucking playing the Hunger Games literally right before our eyes. All of this is happening and it's timing. We're not talking about saving people. We're not talking about helping people. We are talking about dividing people, those who are good and those who aren't. Those who are perfect and those who aren't. It's all right now about timing. We're already living in a moment where body autonomy is being legislated, where education is being censored. And if you don't know about that, fucking Google it. You'll see all kinds of shit that's happening with that. You're talking about identity being policed. You're talking about dissent being framed as disloyalty because, God help us, asking about the health of the president is suddenly something that is disloyal. What the fuck is that? Safety is used to justify control over people. We're putting immigrants in cages. And so when you add spectacle to all of this, especially when the spectacle involves children, it hits differently for me. This is how normalization works. It's not all at once. It's not loudly. It's not with sirens, but it's with a shrug, with a, well, I guess that's just happening now. Or, well, Miss Dill, don't overthink it. Come on, that's not what's happening. Yes, it fucking is. And here's where I want to bring you back to you, because this podcast is not generally about hot takes. It's about decisions. If you've been listening to this show and feeling a low level hum of unease under your skin and you're thinking, oh my God, this doesn't feel right anymore, that sense that something isn't lining up, this is what that feeling has been trying to tell you. You're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You haven't been spending too much time online. You're paying attention. And paying attention is uncomfortable because once you see patterns, you cannot unsee them. This is the part where people usually say, so what am I supposed to do about it, Estelle? And I'm not going to give you a speech about resistance or hope or staying positive, because that, well, if you know me, that is not my lane. I'm not the positive mama type. I'm going to say something that's very grounded and very much harder. I love you, and you're allowed to choose that this is not the environment you want to raise your children in. You are allowed to choose that this is not the direction you want your life to be tied to. You are allowed to choose that wait and see is no longer a plan. Because here's what I think needs to be said, and nobody is saying right now. By the time the feelings of this being obviously bad we're already too late. The people who leave early don't leave because they panic. They leave because they understand the trajectory of what's happening. And if you can't see it, I'm telling you what's happening. I'm showing it to you right now because, for the love of God, it is unsafe right now. I am scared for my family. I am scared for you because what is happening right now is literally page by page out of a dystopian novel that we called fiction that is suddenly becoming fucking nonfiction. It's suddenly becoming fact. And that, my friend, is a problem. Systems can reverse course overnight. Cultural shifts don't snap back because we want them to. When a country starts turning its people into symbols, it's time to ask the hard questions. I'm not trying to tell you you should move abroad. That's maybe not your solution. It's mine. Thank God I'm out, right? I look every day and I thank God I'm out. But for the love of God, what is it that you're going to do to stop this? And if you think, oh, Estelle, there's nothing I can do, that's full of shit. And you have to do something. It's moments like this, the symbolic, the theatrical, the deeply unsettling moments are often the ones people will later come back and look at and go, oh my God, this is when I realized something was totally wrong. And if you've been sitting there right now thinking, I've been saying this for years that something was wrong. Yes, yes, you have. I love you, friend. You need to figure out what's right for you. Ignoring the signs, ignoring the things that are going wrong does not make them go away. Honestly, it just delays the consequences. I love you. This episode is not about panic. This episode is about, oh my God, fucking what's going on right now. How is this possible? Why is this happening? What can we do differently? And for you, maybe that's voting, maybe that's writing your state legislator, maybe that's, I don't know, whatever it is for you that works. For me, it is definitely writing to the state legislature of the state that I lived in previously and decrying this as the most ridiculous thing that we're spending effort on. The fact that we're even having this conversation is utterly mind-boggling to me. The fact that we're changing the underlying foundational right to freedom of religion, right to free speech, right to criticize and say the things that need to be said, right to body autonomy for someone like me and my daughter. I don't understand how this is okay. I don't understand why we're accepting this. And I know there's a bunch of us that aren't, and I know that there's a bunch of us that are. And I just don't understand what's happening right now. When vaccines became a villain in HHS, like that's a problem. When they stopped funding the Academy of Pediatrics or whatever it is, the official name for it is, but the pediatrics, like the one thing that they were supposed to be for, right? We're supposed to be for the children. That's why abortion is now illegal and everything else is all illegal, right? We're supposed to be for the children, except for the ones that are already born, apparently, because now we're going to defund studies that are affecting children. We're going to stop giving them vaccinations. Oh my God, freaking South Carolina in a measles outbreak because people aren't vaccinating their children. Holy shit, you guys, we are living in a dystopian novel and we need to do something. I thought it was just being pedantic earlier in the year when I compared what was going on in the United States to Hunger Games. Unfortunately, apparently, I whipped out a crystal ball that I didn't see. It's time to take a stand for yourself. And for you, maybe that's voting, or maybe that's protesting, or maybe that's something else. And maybe that's moving abroad. And I don't know what your situation is right now. And I know you're probably listening to this. And maybe if you're listening to me, you're probably pissed off as I am about it, because that's really honestly the people that are probably going to listen to this podcast. But holy shit, we need to do something different. I love you, my friend. And if I could help some way to get you out in a help in a legal way, I will absolutely help you. I have a ton of free resources that I will give you to get out as quickly as possible. In a couple weeks, I have a free resource on visas that I'm doing. I'm hosting a free event on visas. I will do whatever I can for free to get you out. I recognize I have some paid content as well that can help do things a little bit faster and a little bit easier. And I get that. But oh my God, my friend, I need you to help me help others wake up, because we can't live in a dystopian novel anymore. This isn't reality, and we're not going to wake up one day and suddenly everything be fine. We have to take the steps to change it tomorrow. So if that means voting, if that means something else, let me know what we can do from abroad to help you. And then the same applies if there's something I can do to help you get out faster, easier, straightforwardly, whatever that is, let me know. I we can't we can't keep doing this. All right, that's it for this episode. I'm sorry it's unscripted. I'm sorry it's kind of random and off the cuff, and I'm really sorry for all the F-bombs. No, I'm not. I'm pissed off, and that's what I am today. So I hope this episode is something that can help you if you're also feeling pissed off and angry about what's happening. I hope that you have someone there who can help you figure out what the right steps are for you. And if I can help anything, just let me know. I'll do my best to help you get out as well. All right, that's it, my friend. I wish you a wonderful holiday, some time off, and God willing, some of this that isn't really happening. When do we wake up from this nightmare? Because holy shit, this is bananas. Thanks for tuning in to A Broadly Speaking. If today's episode got you dreaming a little bigger or thinking a little braver, go ahead and hit subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who's ready for their own adventure. And hey, don't be a stranger. Come hang out with me over on Instagram at @IamEstelle for the real, unfiltered life abroad. Keep that passport handy, and remember, life's too short to stay in one place.